Me, Cave Redact. I sold fire out of my closet when I was a kid, B. My mom's closet, of course. Sold first wheel to older cavemen from mom's closet. Me, gatherer. Me, hunter. Always been into gathering. Scored a 32 on gathering skills, Axe J. Me, Paleolithic boy. Me, Aldonis. Papa rolled his woolly mammoth over in the desert. It's crazy this was in the Epstein files. What you see on your screen is if Liver King knocked up Joe Rogan. Me, Predact. He's a beast of a woolly mammoth hunter. The narrative, man. Actually, forget it. This is insulting to our cavemen ancestors.
And you were telling someone, I don't look at the comments. And
Never have.
I said to you, man, I was like, that's a bad, we're living in a world where that's like going on stage, telling a joke and not listening to what the audience says. You got to listen to the audience. You know what I mean?
So just recently, Brendan Schaub and Bryan Callen decided to capitalize off the Fighter and the Kid Reddit community. How'd that go, bees? Oh, they got some blogbuster views. Titled Schaub and Callen React to Reddit. The Fighter and the Kid finally responds to the Reddit hate. 5.8K views.
There's a Reddit.
Never been on Reddit.
I like the way you said that.
Never even been on Reddit.
You know my thing with Reddit is they've said so much hurtful stuff where it's like, it's not that I don't know it's there. It's just usually from what I know, what people send me, it's just so evil and toxic and they'll like come from my family. So my thing, as soon as I hear, I'm like, nope. But then you were like, no, dude,
there's
it's not
a lot
like
of
that.
really funny shit on there sometimes. Like, like not everybody hates you guys. Like,
I think we should lean into a lot.
There's honestly like there's a couple people who are shitty, you know, but then there's a lot of people who just go on there and post funny shit. So I was like, let me get some of the funniest shit that I've seen on there, and I want you guys to actually see what these guys post because it's actually pretty funny.
All right,
it's a good idea. Hope this doesn't hurt our feelings. So this is from Reddit. This is it says point of view. Oh boy, point of view. Brendan Schaub finally breaks in the comedy mothership.
Hold on.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
You know, this just goes to show how desperate they are. You know, they would still be acting like they are above this if they just got half the views they used to get. Too late, Papa. This would have worked years ago. But seriously, would this have even worked? They're still cherry picking whatever makes them look the best.
It's me, Austin!
That's basically the whole video.
To teach you a lesson.
Yeah, dude,
that's fucking genius, man.
That's so good.
Some of them are really fucking funny.
So good. Well, I think
send us this. I didn't know.
I think it comes from too is like there's a whole narrative that like Rogan banned me from the mothership and all that shit.
Yeah,
that's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
Rogan banned me from.
Yeah.
Well, that's like those.
Joe calls Brendan, you're banned.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Brian and Brendan hate each other, and
they're breaking up.
Brian's been ready to leave for a long time.
Yeah.
And like,
well, you do say that sometimes I look like I'm literally.
Well, I'd tell you,
I'm like this.
Yeah, because I'm
waiting for a bus.
Yeah, you guys had me cut a thumbnail for you, and I had to go through the whole thing. And you guys look like two guys.
Don't seem into it. Yeah, that's what they're noticing.
You guys look like two guys who kind of know each other, waiting for the same bus.
Yeah, and that's why we got to angle the chair so we're looking at each other.
Yeah, because like that between that and the interrupting and stuff like that, that's like the only thing that that's the one thing that people get annoyed by.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah,
understandable. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Show us another one.
Schaub still doesn't understand what self-deprecation means, and Bryan Callen's immediate flip-flopping of, oh, they're fucking evil, but I've always thought we should lean into it, just makes it hella cringe. I think maybe because Bryan Callen and Schaub still had some good graces and people still like some aspects of their personality, but constantly commenting on political and media events with the shittiest takes ever just made everyone not like them for real. Back then, it felt like people were just ripping on him, but now, it's like people just straight up hate them. Also, the chemistry of the show is terrible. Brenda constantly makes snide, condescending remarks to Callen, who just takes it up the ass, then responds by glazing him. It's a horrible dynamic that's just painful to watch. Brendan is the most unlikable person, and Callen is a hack who never stands up for himself. At least it's fun to get their takes on MMA. What with Brenda being a former fighter and all. Oh wait, that's right. They never talk about MMA because Redact wants to save all that for his other 17 podcasts. I think Bappa doesn't talk MMA on their pod because Bryan Callen made him look bad. The old prune had more accurate winner picks and had arguably more insight, although he seems to be a casual viewer. It goes to show you how terrible Brendan's work ethic truly is. It's evil, but it's fun. It's funny. How can comedians not take a joke? You don't get the craft, B. You make fun of trans teenagers trying to be left alone or mock victims of SA on your podcast. That's called punching up. Punching down is evil. And it's when the internet makes fun of rich, spoiled, redacted old douches who, for some reason, still dress like those same trans teenagers while talking about trucks, peptides, and getting eyelid surgery as a 62-year-old comedian in preparation for their comeback. Punching up makes you a philosopher. Punching down makes you like no better than a homeless person.
Even the land mooning.
The what?
The land mooning.
The land.
The mooning.
Moon landing.
The landing on the moon. Jesus Christ. All this Diet Coke's fucking up my
Land
brain.
moon.
That's the Diet Coke. Get off.
Yeah, dude.
I'm telling you, they have funny shit sometimes.
Diet
That's
Coke.
funny. Dude, I'll tell you this right now.
What were you trying to say?
The land. The
moon
landing. Dude, there's certain words I struggle with. There's no doubt about that. So that was probably my fourth show that week in 2 days. There's some times where my brain just will not work and I have to talk. So shit like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, it's CT. I'm like, or I've just done 6 podcasts in 3 days. No, there's certain things that might be challenging for me to say. But that's just poor public education.
In all fairness, you did fight heavyweight in the UFC. The fact that you've been punched in the head by heavyweights
also played
and you're
football
still
from
talking
the
for a
age.
living.
Yeah, I talk for a living.
Pretty good.
Anytime like a fighter or a football player fucks up a word, which everybody does, but I do it for a living. Anytime if they go CT, it's like, or I'm just dumb. Or I'm just dumb. Listen, when I was 12 without CT, I still fuck things up.
Yeah,
or I'm
yeah.
just so it's easy to chalk up at CT. I get it.
I don't think you have any CT. All bullshit aside.
I like how careful Rogan is about it because he sent something to the group chat and was like, "Do you check the CT?" And it was really bad. I go, "Shit, I'm 3 years away from that." And he'll be like, "Absolutely not. You're doing great." I'm like, "Okay, whatever you say, man."
You are, though. You are.
Brendan Schaub and Bryan Callen trying so hard to accept the fact that there's so many online haters out there, failing at an attempt to address the subreddit that's constantly growing, thinking that this tactic is going to work. I can only say the same thing I've always have. No, this could not work. Actually, it could work, but only if Brendan was literally an entirely different person with a totally different personality in mind. It's like saying I could be in the NBA. Sure, I could. Had I been born 6 inches taller and a magnitude more athletic, Schaub simply is not capable of the authentic self-reflection and criticism needed to overcome the damages he's done. There's no amount of time or even a professional that will help him get there. He is a true narcissist and his mind completely rejects challenges to it. Schaub will die the same loser he woke up as this morning, just with an even less functional brain. It's too far gone now that people legit hate him. Bappa's cooked. Brendan and Callen, once again due to hubris, far too late to capitalize off of anything meaningful. They aimed for the moon, landed on a star. I mean, boys, you literally had several years to address it, Bubbas. I'm telling you, they have a real pulse on socials, this crew has. Thick boys.
But with that Reddit thing, of course I notice them. Of course I see it. I know it's a thing. But especially like when Brian was going through stuff or Chris, or if I'm going through stuff, it can get like the nasty ones come out.
Sure.
So then that's when I'm like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
But if it's more like that, I'm in. Yeah, let's do it.
Most of it's like that.
Nobody truly cares about you guys. It's not 2013. The fact is, podcasts peaked in 2021. I'd say all numbers are down now. It's oversaturated. And The Fighter and the Kid is especially insufferable. But check this out. Every locale will eventually get to the stage where their content starts to focus on people's negative reactions to them. Brendan Schaub goes through this in phases. It must be weird to try so hard to get people to laugh with you at your cleverness. But instead, everyone makes it clear they're laughing at you for your lack of cleverness. The failed attempts at comedy are cherished by your fans, and whatever you say that is actually kind of funny is instantly forgotten. Going in on your haters only compounds all this by keying in on your actual non-hater audience to the fact that they are non-ironically watching a locale. Schaub will never be able to engage with this often because it seems to make him so uncomfortable, which is great for all of us. It's too late to do anything about it now. His last chance to roll with the punches was probably the Bobby Lee era, and even that would have been late. Trying it now is absurd. For God's sake, these two are so washed and irrelevant that even hating on them just isn't as fun as it used to be. Gringo Poppy era was peak. Please, Brendan, go back to stand-up comedy. We need more content. Even leaning into it isn't bringing them views. Bappa has zero draw. I guess now that Brendan's career is ruined, he is going to play the Reddit card. The most hilarious part is Brendan's nervous fake laugh trying to act like he's not scared. And the truth is, the Reddit is the only reason anyone remembers Brendan Schaub and Bryan Callen's name, so thank them. Plus, it's the internet, bubba. Stay off of it if you can't handle criticism. Some fair, some unfair. One thing's for certain, it will always be there. Oh, and Bappa, cool laugh. That's not phony at all. And by the way, boys, it's not defamation if it's true. Don't count.